Hello everyone and welcome to a new video at Value Matchers. I'm looking forward to today's video as I've been waiting so long for the new Ninja Double Stack XL with 9.5 liter capacity. If you want to know how good the latest fryer from Ninja is and you don't want to miss the practical test comparison between the Ninja Double Stack versus Ninja Dual Max, then stay tuned. I also have the Ninja Dual Max here with exactly the same capacity. Then we will also have a direct comparison. Today I'm taking a very close look at the new Double Stack, which may finally be a reasonable innovation in this market. Even the heating element is no longer at the top as it used to be. That's why I'm going to take a close look to see if there are any weaknesses, be it either in the air circulation or somewhere else, for example in the volume or in the heat development. I will unpack the whole thing first and then we will take a closer look. So now everything is unpacked and I have something positive to say. Instead of wrapping in plastic film, they've almost exclusively used sustainable paper. I think that's great. I've already laid out the contents of delivery here at the front and we'll get into it in a moment. Now we can see the comparison between the two. To be honest, I've been very excited about what to expect since the announcement in the first quarter of 2024. And apparently you are too. Anyway, time has come. You can tell I'm a bit skeptical from the outset and I want to make sure that the most important factors are right at first. But that doesn't mean anything after all. They've already launched this fryer here. That was probably the first dual fryer ever. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And since then, many manufacturers have done the same. The latest was Philips, which I recently tested here. So far so good. But for some people, this fryer was out of the question. Not because of its suitability for everyday use, but because most of them lacked space, and rightly so. Up to 18 inches were reached in width, and very few people want to give up half a meter of the much sought after space on their kitchen counter. Now, Double Stack comes into play. At approximately 11 inches, only as wide as a deep fryer with one basket. I'll get you one of these fryers. Here I have the Cosori and see for yourself. This is a little bit under 11 inches wide. This almost the same. It's approximately 9 inches without this panel. This one is 16.5. There's not much different in size, but almost twice as much cooking space with 5.5 liters or 9.5 liters. With the Double Stack, you not only have the option of cooking in 2 layers, but in 4. With these grill grates, I'll do a practical test later by using all 4 layers. When it comes to the dimensions, I must of course add that stacking the baskets makes the air fryer 15 inches high. And since the heating elements and the entire motor logically had to be installed at the back, it's now 18 inches deep. The height and depth did not present any problems in my kitchen. Check for yourself, now you have the dimensions. I have the product link for this Ninja Double Stack and the Ninja Dual Max in the video description and in the comments. I wouldn't wait too long, since new air fryers are a bit cheaper, especially at the beginning. The Double Stack currently only costs approximately $40 more than the Ninja Dual Max. It raises the question of which is really the better one and is the extra cost justified. So I didn't think twice and decided to compare the frying results, so stay tuned, this will be an exciting test. Let's take a look at the scope of delivery. Here we have a quick start guide in different languages. Then we have this flyer here and also in different languages, and the front page briefly explains how the double stack principle works. There are also suggestions for what you can prepare together, for example 2 corn cod's on the bottom and 2 fish fillets on the top. Here on the back side we have further recommendations on what is suitable for the respective top or bottom layer. Since hot air rises to the top, Ninja recommends placing dishes that take longer, for instance meat, in the top layer and veggies in the bottom layer. Then we have the classic safety note and the instructions for use. I would advise everyone, especially with a new air fryer like this one, to read them at least once. Then we come to the detailed instructions and the recipes included. The book has 10 recipes and is only so big because it has been translated into many languages. Could have been done better. But in the instructions you will find an explanations of the various functions and also cooking charts, so very useful. We also have the insert rack here, but more on that later. Design and workmanship. Let me say a few words about the look and the finish. At first glance it looks very clean. It has a nice matte design. But you might agree with me that the appliance looks a bit like a mini fridge. That is not meant in a negative way. It looks modern too, but at first glance it looks more to be like an appliance that cools rather than one that heats. The heating element and the motor are, as already mentioned, mounted at the back, so the hot air must also come out somewhere else. They decided to place the air vents at the sides, or especially at the side where the controls are located. Very well thought out, as the controls force you to keep a suitable distance, which should also be sufficient for the outflowing air. I really like the looks of the controls with the rotary knob and the shiny design. On the other hand, I can hardly find flaws in the workmanship. Although the machine is long, I don't see any risk of it tipping over, as it's very robust and heavy. Gaps are not a problem, and the housing doesn't sound like cheap material either. When I only saw the photo, I was initially worried that it might be damaged in the event of an impact, but if you look at it from the side, you can see that it's quite robust. I also like the two lower handles. It's easier to transport, but quite heavy, with approximately 22 pounds. Now we come to the negative aspects. The cable is a bit too short for me at 35 inches, and unfortunately there is no cable compartment at the back. The handles that are supposed to look like chrome are, as with the Ninja Dual, a little scratch prone, so be a little bit more carefully here. I also have to express two concerns here, but I can't confirm them yet. First of all, I don't know if you have to clean the heating elements at the back, but if that's the case, it will be difficult to reach, because in the front of the heating elements there's a grill installed. You will probably have to unscrew this and then clean it manually. Second, I have doubts as to whether the fries that are further forward will be evenly crispy with a heating system that is mounted at the back. But we will see that in the practical test. Now let's move to the technical specs. With 2470 watts on 19 quarts and a maximum temperature of 460 degrees, it has the exact same technical data as the Ninja Dual Max. The power to volume ratio determines the heating time of the air fryer, and this gives you more crispiness and even the same time, and therefore logically you will save electricity. Let's check the dimensions of this deep fryer. It's 18.5 deep, 11 inches wide and 15.2 high. In comparison, the Ninja Dual Max has a width of approximately 16 inches. So the double stack is a whole 5-inch narrower. Then we measure the baskets, which hold 5 quart each. So this is 7.5 wide, 8.5 deep, 5 inches high. Both baskets together are suitable for up to 8 people and should hold up to 3 pounds of fries each. But then the baskets would really be full up to the brim. But that's not enough, because we have the double stack grill grates included, which is also a highlight. The grill grate also has handles attached here and is placed upside down in the basket, like this. The indentions on the side holds the grate in place. You feel encouraged to put it in the wrong way with the handles first, which I honestly did at the beginning, but you might damage the non-stick coating, so don't do that. With this basket, we also have holes at the back of the cooking basket, so that the air can circulate optimally. To give you an idea of what you can fit in a single session thanks to this grill rack, I'll show you Ninja's list. You can also prepare the same dish in both zones. A layer of chicken wings on the crisper plate and a layer of chicken wings on the grill rack. Definitely achieves better results compared to stacking all the chicken wings on the bottom plate. So you realize there's a lot to tell, and so far it is also a very flexible appliance. However, I do have one point of criticism or concern here. Baking tins or a pot that you like to use as a hot air fryer accessory could be somewhat counterproductive here, as the direct airflow is somewhat blocked at the rear. It would be interesting to test whether this has an influence or not. If I put baking paper inside, it probably won't have much of an influence, as only a part of the surface and the holes are closed and covered. But it's certainly interesting to have these two aspects in mind. I would still keep using baking paper for chicken wings or steak. Next thing, let me show you the operation. The special thing here is, due to the shape of the machine, it has to be vertical. I wouldn't categorize this as a positive or negative thing, but I couldn't think of a better solution. When we press the on button, we are greeted with a hello. That's a really friendly gesture. Then we have the choice between zone 1 and 2. As we only have one display, only the time and temperature of the selected basket are shown. For example, if we select basket 2 and turn the wheel to air fry, you will see a digit 2 next to the time, which indicates that we are currently setting the second basket. Then we have the various functions that we can set with a dial. These are air frying to make food crispy with little or no oil. Then we have the max crisp, according to the manufacturer, ideal for frozen products such as fries or chicken fillets, and it can be set to up to 240 degrees. I have to mention here this is indicated in Celsius. When you order this machine from the United States, it will be of course shown in Fahrenheit. I read the manual, but I can't find any point where it explains how to change the settings on one specific machine. Next here we have the bake settings for baked goods and desserts. Then we have the roast if you want to prepare some tender meat. And then we have the reheat function. This is really something. I tried it myself once with the pizza and the cheese was as fresh as ever, unlike in a microwave. Here is dehydrate for meat, fruit or veggies to prepare really healthy snacks. Something that I also really like is the sticker here with the indications for the typical suspects like chicken legs, chicken wings, sausages, steaks, French fries, frozen or fresh. That will give you a quick overview over what time and power settings are requested. The sync and the match functions are probably the most important aspect of a dual fryer. Let me demonstrate these two for you. I will select air fry for basket 1, let's say for 15 minutes, and then I press match. And if we now press start, we see both time and temperature these are identical for both baskets and both start running at the same time. The sync function is there to ensure that both dishes are ready at the same time. For basket 1, for example, we choose air fry for 20 minutes, and for basket 2, we select roast for 15 minutes. If I now press sync and start, basket 1 will start and basket 2 will put on hold. Basket 2 is put on hold until basket 1 reaches 15 minutes of remaining time, and then both baskets will start. The disadvantage, if you can categorize this as a disadvantage at all, is that with the Ninja Dual Max you can only see the times of the basket and not the temperature. The last function is the Double Stack Pro button. This is for when you insert the grill rack. Unfortunately, I can't say whether this changes the airflow or the power. It wasn't in the operating instructions, and unfortunately they haven't yet responded to our email to Ninja. So we really try to give you all the information here, but if the support doesn't play along, our hands are unfortunately tied. The last thing I would like to show you is this very minimal beeping sound, as you can hear. This is all you get, unlike many other air fryers which do some annoying beeping noise all the time. As already mentioned, today we are conducting the ultimate Ninja practical test. Last time with the Ninja Dual Max we noticed some unevenness with the fries due to the baskets being very compact. I'm curious to see how the two compare. Everything we prepare will of course be prepared with the same time and temperature settings. This time I've even prepared some muffins. So for round 1 of our practical tests we're going to prepare some chicken wings and frozen fries. We will use the settings for both of 360 degrees Fahrenheit. The chicken wings will be air fried for 20 minutes and the fries we will start with 17 minutes and then have a check if they need another few minutes. Okay, there's another 5 minutes to go. Since both machines don't have a shake reminder, I have to remind myself to shake the fries a little bit. You can see. And the other basket. Okay, so another 4 minutes to go. 17 minutes are over. Let's check the dual zone. The chicken wings, they look nice and dark, brown and crispy. Also the fries, they look very good. Let's check one. Seems to be okay. With the stack, the fries definitely need another 3 to 4 minutes. The chicken wings seem to be done, but they could still become a little bit darker, so we give this another 3 minutes and we start. Alrighty, here we are back. The 17 minutes are over, plus another 3 minutes for the double stack. Let's see where we are now. So this is fries, nice and crunchy. And here is the double stack on the left side. This plate looks a bit more evenly cooked for me. Let's see if they are cooked all the way through. Yeah, very good. Same here. Just a few fries are already a little bit darker, and so also a little bit drier. But I'm still happy with both results. Let's check the wings. Here we have the chicken wings from the dual zone. And the wings from the double stack. Same situation here. These are a little bit darker and they are more evenly brown and cooked. Here we have some brighter spots, but still very nice, crispy, juicy. Good results for both, but on the double stack I'm a bit happier with the results because it looks a bit more even. We are back after the first round with the French fries and the chicken wings, which was really good. We're coming now to the next round and we're going to make use of this 4-layer system. We're going to use the lower basket for some chicken nuggets. We split them up. 1 layer, 2 layers. And 1 more for the fish. Two. For the fish sticks, we're going to use the temperature setting of 200 Celsius, which is approximately 400 Fahrenheit, at 20 minutes. And then basket number 2 with the chicken nuggets. We're going to use 180 degrees at 18 minutes. Now we're going to press the sync and the double stack pro button. And let's see what happens. So 1 basket will be put on hold. And in approximately 20 minutes, everything should be cooked nicely. We'll see how it turns out. All right, after 15 minutes of 4-layer cooking, let's check the results. Let's start with the lower basket and the chicken nuggets. They look and they feel nice and crispy. Don't want to burn my fingers. Yeah, they look quite good. Not 100% even in the cooking color and in the browning and crunchiness. But I think I'm still very happy with this result. Let's check on the fish sticks. This looks not so even. Few parts are dark brown and very, very crispy. I can feel already that this is cooked and crunchy. You can also hear it. They don't look too perfect, but I assume they are cooked. They are well done in the middle, yeah. No problem here, but this does not look so nice. Some other parts, they are still very bright and they look almost raw. I can assure you they're not, but it looks a bit funny. Better with the nuggets. Well, I have to remind you that there's no shake reminder on this machine, so I could have probably got better results with a little bit of shaking during halftime. I will do that next time. After the chicken nuggets and the fish sticks, we are now going to do something we've never done before: baking muffins. As we mentioned earlier, there is the possibility that cooking accessories like this pot might block the air circulation. And in order to find out how much impact that has, we're going to try now to make 3 muffins in this bowl inside the drawer, and the other 3 muffins we're just going to place in the drawer like this. I will do the settings from here. We use the bake function 15 minutes, but we want to set the temperature a little bit higher, 180 degrees, 15 minutes. Match and start. Let's see how our first batch of muffins will turn out. While the muffins are baking, I'm going to use my decibel meter for the usual volume level test. Very good. I'm really curious and excited now. After the not so good results of round 2, I'm really curious how this baking adventure goes. Let me check on the muffins. They look very nice. Feels firm and has a crunchy crust. And something else I would like to check, if it makes any difference if the muffins come out from this drawer or if they are inside this cooking pot, which was supposed to block some air circulation and reduce the quality of the cooking results. But as far as I'm concerned, I can see really no difference. Nice, steamy, no more liquid. If you want liquid muffins with some liquid chocolate in the middle, just take them out 2 or 3 minutes earlier. Very happy with the results. Before we go any further in this test, I would like to give a pre-verdict. I have to say this stack machine delivers very good results. It takes a little bit longer compared to the Ninja Dual Zone, but the results are also a little bit better. Something else, we have, as usual, measured the power consumption, and I have to say it's a little bit higher than usual. In total, we had today like 2000 or 2 kilowatt hours. Okay, we had 3 runs. We had the fries and chicken wings, then we had the 4 layers run with the baking of the muffins. So all in all, we used this friendly machine, but the power consumption is relatively high, I have to say. Let's get to the topic of cleaning. So basically, the cleaning here is no different from the other dual fryers. As you know, I'm a fan of dual fryers when it comes to cleaning. I still recommend baking paper for very greasy steaks, as it really only basically covers the holes at the back of the frying basket. The basket, the grids and the insert tray are dishwasher safe and easy to clean. If one basket is not clean, you can use the other. I find the Ninja Dual Max more practical for cleaning due to the narrow cooking baskets. As mentioned previously, you can't get to the heating elements here either, as you always have to clean them with normal air fryers, but the long-term test will show whether this will also be the case here or not. Let's come to the conclusion. The air fryer is clearly an innovation. I was quite skeptical at first, but this concept has completely won me over. The cooking results are excellent and, in my opinion, top level and better than with this one. It is now definitely in my top 3 hot air fryers, even if it does have some weaknesses. Nevertheless, you simply have a lot more space on the kitchen counter. The only problem you could be the height. So if you want to buy the fryer, just measure whether 38.5 centimeters high or 47 centimeters deep could be a problem for you. Another positive aspect is the double stack option. This really gives you so much space that you can actually do without an oven. There you can also prepare in 4 layers, and here it's now also possible. So to summarize, the air fryer has many advantages, but also costs a lot, almost $250 at the moment. Nevertheless, I think the price is justified at this point of time. It's now a replacement for so many kitchen appliances, and an oven will hardly ever be used with it, be it a microwave, toaster or even egg cooker, as you saw in my breakfast video. You really have to try it to believe it. So, if you're looking for an innovative dual fryer with enough capacity and flexibility in terms of kitchen, counter space and variety of dishes, and you're on a budget, this is actually the best choice in my opinion. That's it for me. As always, you can find the product links to the 2 Ninjas in the video description and in the comments below. I'm open to feedback and video ideas in the comments and try to implement everything. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. See you next time.